With Hullbreacher and Opposition Agent, we are gonna save the Legacy metagame. I know that no one understands Legacy, but don't worry big boys, Daddy will make you an expert. If you understand Modern, then you basically understand Legacy. In fact, 2/3 of Legacy staples are Modern cards. As for Legacy's meta decks, it's basically a three-way circle jerk between three archetypes. We have the nutty combo decks, think Modern Storm but more consistent and faster. But don't worry because combo decks are kept in check by blue counter decks. These decks run Force of Will. It is like Force of Negation that you can play while tapped out, except it counters everything, and you can counter anytime. It is so good in fact, that over half of Legacy decks run Force of Will. But don't worry, because blue counter decks are kept in check by counterproof decks. These include tribal decks with Cavern of Souls, and graveyard decks that don't cast anything, and lastly land decks, because lands do not need to be cast. But don't worry, because those decks are kept in check by combo decks. So like I said, it's basically Modern with extra blue. But if Legacy is so great, why has Daddy never made a video on it? Well, the first problem is that there are a lot of fetches in Legacy, about twice as prevalent in Legacy compared to Modern. And what are they fetching for? Lands on the reserve list. Lands that cost 650 for one card. And nobody got that kind of money. So anything that hurts fetchlands in Legacy is a godsend, which is why I absolutely love Opposition Agent. Not only do we get to stop our opponents from searching, but we get to steal whatever they're searching for. And the feeling when our opponent fetches and we flash Agent into play, it's just perfect. But the joy does not end there, because other than expensive lands, Legacy has a card draw problem. Legacy's card draw is too strong, there's too much of it, it slows down games, and it makes decks way too consistent. But we have another godsend, and that is Hullbreacher. Like Opposition Agent, we flash it in, and when our opponent tries to draw a card, they don't get to, and we instead make that many treasure tokens. So much nipple hardness. Especially in Daddy's new masterpiece that runs both Hullbreacher and Opposition Agent. This just might be my favorite thing ever. For those familiar with Legacy, it's very similar to Karn Echoes, but with some important differences. The idea is we play Hullbreacher, and our opponent cannot draw extra cards. We then play Lion's Eye Diamond. We discard our hand, sacrifice a diamond, and add 3 mana to our mana pool. Why would we want to discard our hand? Because of Echo of Eons. For 3 mana, we can flash it back, and it makes both players shuffle their hand into their deck and draw 7 cards. But wait a minute, our opponent can't draw extra cards with Hullbreacher out. So we draw 7 cards, we also get 7 treasure tokens, and our opponent loses their entire hand. It's very kinky. But the Echo combos already existed, thanks to Narset. But what makes Daddy's version so sexy is this. Hullbreacher is a merfolk. Emry is a merfolk. Thopterist is a human. Opposition Agent is a human. With only 2 creature types, we get to run 4 Cavern of Souls. And in a format with so many counter spells, the caverns are just so nice. And with so much ramp between the Mox Opals and then Lotus Petal, it's like Simian Spirit Guide in that it makes an extra mana, but a mana of any color. And alongside Ancient Tomb, which makes 2 mana, and City of Traitors, which also makes 2 mana, it's like turn 1 Hullbreacher, turn 1 Opposition Agent so often. And even on a bad hand, there's always turn 1 Chalice. As for the rest of the deck, we have Baubles for card draw, and also Urza's Bauble, which is basically the same thing as Mishra's Bauble. We just draw a card. We have Emry to replay the Baubles, and because Emry mills 4, it can help put Echo in graveyard. And lastly, there's Thopterist, which when we play an artifact, we get a Thopter. You know, I just noticed something. My complaint about Legacy was the ban restricted lands and card draw, and now I see the irony in the deck in that it embodies what I complained about. But it's okay because we're kind of like Jesus and Moses, and that we're sacrificing ourselves for sins, or we're like parting the cheeks or something. You know what I mean? It's for a good cause. We're gonna make Legacy a better place. I mean, a better place for us, not for opponents, but like, you know what I mean. So how about we look at the sideboard? If we're up against tribal decks, we have Plague Engineer, and the rest of the sideboard is stuff we can grab with Karn. If we have the mana for it, we'll go with Lattice, because Karn says our opponent's activated abilities of artifacts can't be played, and Lattice says everything's an artifact, so our opponent cannot tap their lands. But if we don't have the mana for it, we can grab Liquid Metal Coating instead. They can turn our opponent's land into an artifact, and then Karn turns that land into a 0/0 creature, destroying 1 land per turn. And that's the deck. But now it's time to test the deck in gameplay. When we come across Legacy cards, I'll explain what the cards do. And be sure to subscribe if you want to see more Legacy content. But without further ado, here's the gameplay, and I hope you enjoy. Opening hand, not very explosive, but we'll try it. Oh, and it be elves. And now it'll be time to dump. Play Lurker. Oh, and echoes. How interesting. But for now, we shall wait. Oh, and good, they have fetches. And they tickle us for 2. And now we have our first Legacy card. They can return an elf to hand, and untap a creature. It basically combos with mana dorks. And look what we have here. Their cheeks shall be clapped. Play Cavern. Get a Bauble from graveyard. And then wait for it. Oh, what? They didn't fire it. Could they be onto us? Another one. Oh, they're doing it now, which means they could fire off 1 fetch. What? They didn't do it? Too bad for them. Here's their deck. Looks pretty straightforward. We'll take their Bayou, and they play a Shepherd. It makes their green spells uncounterable, and it can buff all their elves. They swing for 2. Pop the Bauble. Now back on our turn, we're a little jammed here. We could just draw with Echoes, which means they draw 2. That would probably be a bad idea. So how about instead? Play Thopterist, get back Bauble, making a Thopter, play another Bauble. Oh, and there's a concede. But if they thought that was rough, wait till they see our engineers. We're dumping this for this, and what the hell, let's go to game 2. Oh, we have a turn 1 Chalice, and no Plague Engineer. I guess we'll keep. Oh, but the Shepherd. Chalice does nothing. We do hit a Karn. Alright, play Bauble. I suppose the Chalice couldn't hurt. On it fetches, grabbing a Dryad, and a mana dork. They can tap 2 elves to make a mana. We take 1, we'll draw. Oh, and they have a natural order on top, but maybe Agent's more important than Hullbreacher here. Oh, good, we hit a land. And now pass back. Oh, and they're doing it. They're trying to search for a green creature card and put it into play, but Opposition Agent. Wow. They brought in Deafening Silences and 1 oof. It is tempting to steal the oof here, but I really want to take Behemoth. Yeah. As long as we don't screw this up, I think we're gonna be okay. Play Opal. See, I think the best move, Hullbreacher this turn, Karn next turn, and then grab Diamond into Echo. Yeah. Yeah, or even into Behemoth. That would be interesting. Okay, for now we pass. Oh, God's Cradle. They can make 1 green for every creature they control. And now, boop. And I hope they're ready to eat some booty hole. Karn, grabbing a diamond. Play it, fire it, and then make mana. There goes our opponent's hand. Oh, this is gonna be so sexy. Emry, play these other things. And look what we've got here. Behemoth. Oh, so wonderful. Spank for a lot. Yes, that was wonderful. We didn't even need the Plague Engineers. So now it's on to the next spanking. Opening hand, no lands are gonna mull. Oh my gosh, this is the same thing. Mull. And yeah, we can keep this. Play Tomb, Diamond, and pass. Oh, and it's a blue deck. Opal. And now try for Karn. Ooh. And then maybe crack. Echo. Okay. Then Bauble. Diamond. Grab Coding and pass back. Oh, and there's a Concede. Okay. That was easy. A game 2, no changes to sideboard. And I guess this is okay. It's not great though. Yeah, it's mull. Ooh, this good. We shall keep on Ponders. Ooh, and Chalice. So land, Opal, Bauble, and Chalice. Hooray! And counterbalance. Whenever we cast a spell, it gets countered. If the card on top of the deck has the same mana cost, but we have Cavern, so who cares? Ooh, Agent, nice. But Hullbreacher's kind of better. Which should we make uncounterable? I guess Hullbreacher because we only have 1 of them. Yeah, and then pass back. Oh, there's a fetch there. Hullbreacher. Oh, they fetch. They play Ice Fang, but no Death Touch yet. Ooh, another one. Swing for 3. Impact opponent. Another land. They are still 1 snow permanent away from Death Touch. Another Hullbreacher. Eon's nice. Swing for 6. They take it. And impact opponent. Oh, it's passing again. Guess we'll try for an agent. I'm sure they have counter though. Or not. Talk about a cheek spreading. But now it's on to the next one. Opening hand a little risky. But we have a turn 1 Chalice. Sure, we'll keep. Chalice. Cool. Bauble. Cool. Oh, there's Badlands. Oh, with Bloodstained Mire on top. Oh, and look at this. Tomb, Karn, and grab Coding. What? They just concede? I don't blame them. Opening hand, no blue. But I do have a turn 2 Karn. Alright, I'll keep on the fetches and plays Brainstorm. So they draw 3 cards and put 2 from their hand on top of their deck. Ooh, Lion's Eye. Opal, so they're a Storm deck. This could be a problem. Oh, they have Echo as well. Another Diamond. Talisman. And Tomb, nice. Boom, boom. And I think just last 1 more turn and we might be alright. Looks like they're going for it. Ad Nauseam and Lotus Petal. Lotus Petal. And with 17 cards in their hand, I'll let you know when it's over.
8 hours later.
There it is. Legacy's Grape Shot. So we're going to game 3. Opening hand, we win. City, Petal, and Opposition Agent. What a great game. Oh crap, they have a land. Okay, swing. And then pitch Traitors for Thopterist. This is amazing. Swing for 4. Land and pass back. Look at them in their polluted delta. It's so cute. Oh, we can play Karn now. Opal. Karn. Oh, and there's a Concede. It's so heartwarming. And now it's on to the next spanking. Opening hand, we have a turn 1 Chalice, so we're gonna keep. On plays land tax, so he can control more lands than them. They can search a deck for 3 basics and put them into their hand. Oh, Opposition Agent. But they could have counter. I think a safer option. Go with Chalice. Chalice hits. And Scroll Rack. So basically they can swap any number of cards in their hand with cards on top of their deck, which means they probably have a lot of fetches. And come on, land, where you at? Oh, no land. Alright, pass back. What? Narset. And with Narset, they find another Narset. Ooh, nice a land. I think safest option, wait on the Karn and go with the Hullbreacher. Want to activate Narset again. Finding Jace and then playing it. Oh, they're trying to draw 3 cards. But Hullbreacher, please no counter. Please no counter. Hooray! On top of not being able to draw, they had to put 2 cards on top of their deck. Flash an Agent, kill their Planeswalkers. And now watch this. Karn, grabbing Diamond, play it, pop it, and Echo. Oh my gosh. Isn't this wonderful? Play Bauble, crack it, and pass back. What is these? Narset. What shall they find? Back to basics. Non-basic lands can't untap. At least we have our treasures. Hullbreacher, Agent, and we so close here. Grab Ballista with Karn, kill Narset and hit them for 9. Then boop, boop, and boop, and Ballista, Bauble, and now pass back. Oh, they have a Daze on top of the deck. A counter card that's not gonna save them because we have lethal. That was fun. A game 2, no change to sideboard, and ooh, turn 1 Karn or turn 1 Hullbreacher. Just hope they don't have counter. Play Diamond, Tomb. I just want to go Karn so badly, but they have to have counter. For now, I'll just pass back. And what? Opponent passes back? Not even playing a land. Well, Hullbreacher, that hits. Pull another land. Do they have swords here? No swords yet. I'm just afraid they have Daze in hand, which they can counter for free unless we pay 1 mana. But I suppose if they did that, we can go Lion's Eye. I still think Hullbreacher is probably the best move here. Yeah, we'll just pass back. Throw down another fetch. Will they fire it? Yeah, they're passing again. Hullbreacher, it hits. And a Cavern. Swing for 6. Oh, they do have a sword. So there goes 1 Hullbreacher. Play Cavern and Karn. Karn hits. Let's put some pressure on them. Grab Coding. And for now, we'll just pass back. Oh, a path. All right. Now they brainstorm. Drawing 3 cards and then putting 2 on top of their deck. They play land and there's land tax. So by the next turn, they'll be able to search for 3 basics. We pull land, but I have dummy thick idea. Instead of liquid metal Coding, dig into our sideboard. Lattice. Play Lattice. If this hits, Lattice makes everything artifacts. Oh, there it is. This spanking was strong, but now it's on to the next one. Opening hand, so close to being perfect. But we could go for turn 2 Hullbreacher, so we'll keep. Play Bauble, and might as well fire them now. Oh, they have an Ancient Tomb. Looks like they're ramping into Garuda. Oh, and Karn, nice. Well, this is tricky. We could actually go Karn this turn, but I think Hullbreacher is safer. And then Karn next turn, yeah. So I pass back. Disease. Urza, okay. Might as well throw down Hullbreacher. They play a Diamond, make mana for Serpent, and then be passing back. Oh, this is nice. We could go Karn into Diamond, into Eons, but then Karn would be vulnerable. I think that's the right move, yeah. Okay, land. Karn, Diamond. boop, boop. And we could do it again. Yeah, we'll first play Emry, sack them treasures, echoes. Oh, we could do it again too. I think we're good the way we are here. And we have Hullbreacher. So pass back. I'll play an artifact land, they're tapping with Urza and activating Urza's ability. So we can play a random card from the top of their deck. Oh, it's a land. I want to be swinging at Karn. So let's do this. Hullbreacher. Trade here and chump here. Now crack the Bauble. I think we can just pop off here. Make some mana. Petal. Activate Karn. Grabbing Ballista. And just crack everything. It be an 8/8. And just for good measure, Diamond. Echoes. And man, our opponent is in trouble. Kill Urza. Play Emry. Bauble. Oh, and there's a concede. What a spanking. Golden in game 2. Let's dump this for this one without. Let's go to game 2. Opening hand is pretty explosive. And no payoffs unless the Baubles do something. We'll mull. This is also a problem. But we'll try it. I'll play Serpent. Opal. Oh, and Echoes. So we need Hullbreacher. So let's buy some time. Make blue. Play Thopterist. And then token, and pass back. Oh, Karn. That is not good. And opponent grabs Ballista. Well, we're in trouble. I think for the sake of our dignity, let's take it to game 3. On game 3, no change of sideboard. Oof, and we're missing a blue source here. We'll have to mull. And yeah, this could work, even though they don't really have searching though. All right, let's try it. Artifact. Blue. Crack Bauble. And then we can play the agent. Oh, and they have meddling mage. Pull another Bauble. Plays Opal. Caracas. Bouncing Emry. Flash an agent. With Caverns, we'll replay Emry. And swing for 3. Okay, back to opponent. I'll play City into Signet. Their Opal is still offline though. And they once again bounce the Emry. All right, in that case, we'll draw. Oof, Thopterist. You can't play that. Play Traitors. Swing for 3. And then replay Emry. All right, pass back. I'll play meddling mage. Naming Karn, so it's shut off for both of us. And they bounce Emry. Ooh, and Chalice on 0. They're really hitting both of our decks here. Yikes. We attack with Opposition Agent. They're probably just gonna block. But what choice do we have? Yeah, I guess we'll go for it. And no blocks. All right, Emry. And wow, they're swinging. And then bouncing our Emry. What is these? Oh, this hoe. It goes infinite with Lion's Eye Diamond to make infinite mana, but with Chalice out, they won't be able to do that. I think they just want a blocker. All right, Emry. And then pass back. One of us go root in hand. They don't fire Caracas. They do have Ballista in graveyard. I think we gotta go for it. We'll play it safe for now and just make it a 2/2 and then pass back. Now they bounce Emry, making a move. They play Garuda, binding Urza. Dang, really just need a Karn here. It's our only way out at this point. All right, make 2, play an artifact. Now we can make blue, Thopterist, Lurker with Bauble, and then we'll pass back. Thopterist returns, play another Caracas. Oh, they're making so much mana. Or Ballista. Uh-oh, stinky. Target meddling mage, and then again, they ping our Thopter, and we be taking 6. Come on, Karn. Oh, no Karn. So our opponent has us pinned, but it was a good match. So what do we make of this deck? Well, it's very explosive, but not unbeatable. Consistency does seem to be an issue, and it was tough when our opponent had a Chalice, but nonetheless, I feel like we made a difference today. Since Hullbreacher and Agent have been released, there have been 2 Legacy Challenge tournaments, but sadly, these cards were extremely scarce. I think a big part of that is that for them to work, we really need Tomb and City of Traitors, because if we're casting these cards on turn 3, the searching in the card draw has already taken place. But I am hoping these cards appear in the metagame more and more, and in the long run, change the Legacy metagame for the better. But for now, that is all. Let me know if you'd like to revisit this deck, and if you have any suggestions for improvement. But that is all for now, and as always, I hope you have a great day.